Well, daylight savings times happens, so I have a little more evening daylight, and I'm appreciating that. That sunset's got the trees across the way pretty washed out, pretty orange looking. And I'm out here away from a lot of the flowers, which are still doing great. Some of the most sun-exposed snowdrops are getting scraggly, and same with some of the most sun-exposed or warmth sheltered of the crocus, but most of them are still pretty bright, pretty vibrant, and it would appear right there that I have some hyacinth on the way. Those have been popping up, but what I'd like to do is meander on down the hill and take a look at, well, specifically what I want to look for is places from that tree to maybe just past this tree where I could put some baby trees. I'd have to keep them protected, but I've got a decent number of baby trees down here already. I do. It's difficult because the soil does slide. What am I walking on, huh? Those are exactly what they look like. And if you go back into my channel and take a peek, you'll see there is a playlist on how to make a stairwell like this. And I'm going to turn around and show it to you. We're going to turn kind of fast. I have a playlist on how to make a stairwell like this. This particular stairwell, I think I put in around 2007, and it is going strong. I have made one adjustment of cutting sidewalls gradually. Just a moon shape. My finger is in the wrong spot. Like just a moon shape around here, and then backfilling the cut part with more wood chips and other fill, just so that the front edge of the tire isn't so squishy when you walk down it. It's nice to have a nice solid front edge that doesn't squish. Much more stable. But yeah, so there's a couple of plants that are food production that I think would do well down here if I could get them started. I noticed that the same place where I got my seeds for the thornless black locusts, the same place as that also has some municipally planted native persimmons that are finally old enough that there are persimmons at the top of the tree. And if I took an umbrella and I shook a tree, I could have a crap ton of persimmon harvest. Whether it would still be good to eat, that's iffy. They are still attached to the tree, so it's likely, but it's iffy. And then from there, just having the seeds, I could plant persimmon tree seeds all up through here, probably. But it would be nice to have ones that were actually kind of close. Along here, as I work on disassembling the nursery, I might look to replace some of these pots that are sunk in the ground here with some of the thornless locusts, just a couple here and there, that I have growing in the basement. They're looking a little sad right now because I kind of forgot to water them for a little bit, and they got wilty and a little crunchy, but they look like they're still alive. One of them looks great, the rest of them look a little crunchy, but those would be kept as coppice. Something I learned over here is that I am going to need to definitely put in a structure that will reduce comfort for the deer, because they've clearly been sleeping here and smothering the plants to death. Things that, you know, shouldn't really die like that are definitely dead. So that's an interesting outcome to me, but it's doable. I can also see that when they wake up in the morning from right here, those are their little peats. Those are deer feet in the winter, sliding across slightly frozen soil. That's what all of this, like, eroded looking area is from deer sleeping here, hopping out of bed and running down. Up here, I did plant, oops, right here, that's where I'm trying to point. I did plant a few of the black cap raspberry. They're full thorn. They are full thorn, but I think I can keep them trimmed back enough that they won't grab me while I'm walking here. But we'll see. We'll see how I do. But at least they'll be thorny, and they should spread, which will be helpful because this part of the hill is definitely at risk. There are risks here, especially as this tree gets more and more tilty. Someday it might take its full mass downward, and then the quantity of root mass here is going to make a really big difference. These are sumac trees. These are TOH, tree of hell. So some of these trees are really bad invasives that are reducing the ability of other plants to stabilize the ground because they're releasing toxins, and I really would like to have them out, but it's only so much an option to do so, and it's only so much accessible. That's a black walnut. This one I'd like to trim again so it doesn't get too tall, but that's a black walnut as well. A tree with a yoke like that shouldn't get super tall. It's not good for it. So it's a little different of a thing. There's quite a few berry plants here. These are goji berry plants. I believe the leaves are edible too. It would be very nice to have some of the thornless locusts down here. It really would. I'm going to upright a couple of these posts. Woo! I slipped a little while I'm down here so that these can grow in a slightly, at least, upright fashion. That is a black haw that has been getting tilted. And this over here, if I can get through the plants, whew, hey, I'm stuck. So goji berry archway. Plus, oh geez. That's that, what is this shit called? evil. One of the things I call it is evil. Okay, and this is a black cherry in here. That does not want to stay upright. If I take them out of the tubes, the deer will kill them. So, I've definitely been leaving these trees down here in the tubes. And they'll probably stay in those tubes until they're so big that they can't come out. They can't, like, get hurt by the deer at all. Which is going to have to be at least a 2-inch to 3-inch diameter on the stems. That stump was a mistake I made. That is cutting a maple tree during spring, thinking that it would grow back like they do when you cut them other times of the year. It just bled its sap out and died. A lot of these trees do have lichen all over them, which is nice. I didn't grow up seeing lichen because I'm in Pittsburgh. Lichen needs excellent air quality, or it can't do its thing. So, it's good to see the air quality good enough that I see lichen frequently. I don't really know how to interact with it, but at least it's there. There are 2 black locusts down there, but they're very thorny. They're super stabby. As well as a white flowering hawthorn right there, which is different than a black haw, which is what's in the tube there. These are all native trees down here. I would like to introduce Kentucky coffee bean, and I'm struggling. This is needing some adjustments along here, maybe. And possibly some more of the black cherry trees, and possibly, definitely, a bunch of the black locusts. And I would keep the black locusts coppiced for polewood. And coppicing is this, where you cut it and then branches come out where you cut it. That's what coppicing is, for whatever that's worth. Yeah, I would still, oh, there's the lid to that trash can up there. That's my trash lid. I would still like to put another terrace layer here, but I don't know how soon that's going to happen. It's probably going to be a while before that actually happens. I think I need to reinforce some of the newer ones that I didn't have as good quality polewood to work with as I did the first time. Such as this one here. A lot of the polewood seems to have been getting kicked by the deer as they go through anyway. So that's not helping, but this is letting the soil through, and it's supposed to catch it. And I'm supposed to have like a walkway right here. This is another stairwell. This one I did in, I think, 2017. It's doing really nice. They're all doing really nice. Really, really nice. So, yeah, that's the cliff from below. There's a decent amount of invasives. There's also a decent amount of trees that could get super tall, but that I don't want to because I would prefer to have a nice view. And so I'll be making some cuts for polewood again soon, and then I'll have a bunch for reinforcing and repairing the retainer walls here that you can see. Yeah, so this is my retainer wall system. It's just U-posts and excess wood. And some of them are really, really old. If you go to my playlist called Terracing the Cliff Side, you can see some poor quality videos from before any of this was done, and then increasingly better quality videos up to current over the years. It's a rather lengthy playlist because I've been looking over it. I think the biggest difference in the quality from my original videos and now is that the shaking, image stabilization didn't used to be what it is now. The pixelated, I feel like is easy to deal with, but you might want to jump forward to closer to 2018 or so if you're easily getting motion sickness. just to let you know, because the early videos didn't have the stabilization the way it does now. So, yeah. I do hope you're having a good day. Right there, if you look through, you can see a line I'm kind of drawing. That's where the actual cliff face with like little alcoves and caves and a straight drop starts. So that's why I'm building this. It's also to reduce the erosion and partially reverse erosion, because this ledge right here used to be rounded and not have nearly as much walking space near the top. So there are reasons. Yep. There are a lot of reasons. So that's the cliff. Thank you for visiting the cliffside. This has been permaculture, and I hope you're really having a good day. Take care. Bye.